let's now move on to our Porsche Cayman S, as we are now working to get the bounty points we need to take on Eugene James, also known as Earl. And we have a total of 7 milestone events to do. We've already done one of them by getting a pursuit to last for less than 3 minutes. And what that now means is, I will now switch over to my next car in line, the Porsche Cayman S. And just to get the simple things out the way, we will do the photo tickets first. Because I figure, just as a way to open this up, it's only natural for me to start this off by testing to see how fast this car really is. I'm hopeful in saying it will be fast enough. Okay. Let's try that again, shall we? I think it was this one. Okay, let's try that again. Just so I can launch. And this time, firing up the speed as well. Hopefully we should be fast enough to fire our way in, and we are. With a speed of 152.
Hey, you're really making a mark out there. I got some info on that police chopper. If they're on you, just duck out under some cover. They may be fast, but they can't see through objects. Just make sure they don't see you driving into the spot, or they'll call in ground units. Later.
I think that means sooner or later we are going to be encountering helicopters, aside from our typical police cars and SUVs. But either way, that's our first photo ticket done. Now let's go and do the other 2. That previous attempt was pretty garbage anyway. So let's try this again, and make sure we hit it this time. And we do, with 139. Okay. Now we just have one more speed ticket to get, and the target speed is 139. Okay. I think it's fair to say this Porsche is definitely fast. And now I'll go fuck myself. I knew I should have reset.
I got that reported party on view, code 3 chase, the driver spotted me. Suspect traveling north on Bayshore Boulevard.
Chase,
Okay.
suspect was last seen westbound on Clubhouse Road.
Okay, that's done.
Around his last known direction of travel.
Okay, let's try that photo ticket event again. Especially since that one ended relatively quickly. Okay, let's try and see if we can actually get some speed this time. And hopefully without encountering any trucks. Come on, make it, make it. Okay, we got there this time. Thank God. We actually made it this time. Okay. We've got all the trick milestone events out the way. Now, we gotta focus on getting the bounty. And I think as soon as I'm done with the bounty, I think I'll call it a day. Because I've been at this now for a while. because I have been at this now for a while.
Copy that. Info positive. He's running. Dispatch 1085, 1085. Repeat, I can't bring this guy in on my own. I'm going to need some help here.
Roger, Sierra 22. Detailing
Okay.
units now.
Alright.
I'm backing off to give some room here. Just ramp some
Let's
traffic.
see if we can manage to get some big damage on the board. Okay.
Suspect lost. Repeat, suspect lost. Get units ahead to canvass the area.
Okay.
Units heading up to the code 3 chase. Suspect was last reported westbound on Camden Tunnel
Okay.
Road. 10-block radius on a quadrant has been authorized by supervisor. Details will be
May I
provided.
please
on
get the
screen.
cops back on me again? Be really nice if I could. Okay, I got him back on again. Actually, I found you, but whatever, it's fine. Whatever floats your boat.
I have a visual. Still code 3.
Okay. Still keeping him with me for now. Which is what I more or less need to be doing. And so far, so good. Just gotta make sure he stays with me.
Suspect just sideswiped me.
And we'll be fine. You know, this is gonna have to take a while before we start to deal some heavy hits.
Charlie 6.
Okay.
23 with pursuit. Assuming control.
I will have to make sure I change the bodywork on this thing. Just so we can... Okay. We've now dodged our first roadblock. Now I need to dodge another 5. If that's possible. I think that might be an overhead bridge. Either way, I am still in with a shout.
I'm going to try to ease him over deploying 1059.
Okay, I'm gonna head up this way. Not using the pursuit breakers just yet, because there's no need to. And
10-4, Bravo
I can
4-1.
certainly say my
I've got
car
ground
is
units clearing
fast.
up and en route.
Charlie 18. 1043 with the pursuit.
Okay.
I'm on my own. He just knocked everyone out. I need some backup.
Okay.
Your cover is still clearing. I'll check other channels. It does look
Haha.
like you're 2 minutes away, though.
Get fucked.
He's just blew by me. I got him. Don't worry, I got him.
Okay.
Bravo 27, I'm going for the chase.
I've really got to make sure I start dealing some damage here. I did not need to press that. Or mean to press that. Okay. So I'm still on heat level 2. I think it's fair to say it'll be beyond that before too long. Okay, just gotta make sure I hit it here. Okay, that's good. And that's it. Come on, get moving. Okay, I'm moving again. It's okay, it's fine. I'm still moving. Okay. I'm still moving in my Porsche Cayenne.
Units are 60 seconds away.
And over the jump. Okay.
Suspect lost. Get units ahead to canvass the area.
Don't want to lose
Heading
them
up to
too
the
soon.
pursuit call. Be advised, this party was last seen heading westbound on Bristol Road. Squad is to be set up
Okay.
around the immediate area.
Still with me.
Get everybody over here.
Okay, and we got another roadblock ahead of us. Gonna make sure I dodge that one. That's now the second roadblock I've dodged. Up to this point now.
Vehicle pulling away.
at this point, we seem to be doing okay.
I spotted the vehicle. Better get units over here.
Okay, so I've now dodged 2 roadblocks, and I still need to get some more on the board.
I got him.
Okay, he's still behind me. Just gotta make sure that I stay with it. And then we should be okay. Okay. Still sticking with it for now. Still need enough. Yep, and now the Pontiacs are involved. As I'm trying to disable one of them. I think I probably did. Oh, that's a roadblock there. I gotta dodge that one. There's a roadblock over there. I missed it. Yep, I missed the roadblock. Oh well, I'm pretty sure another one's bound to pop up sooner or later. I mean, I am basically on the highway now, so I think it's fair to say we're definitely in position to get something on the board. Oh, and there's another one. I go round it. I think that's now 3 I've dodged. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we've got 3 roadblocks dodged, and I have immobilized 5 cop cars up to this point. But I still need more before too long.
3-3, request an update on your situation.
Depending on where they are positioned. Oh, and we got another one. As I hit 2 cop cars, and come on, get moving, get moving, get moving, get moving. Okay. We're still moving. It's okay, it's fine, we're still moving. That's now the 4th roadblock I've dodged. And here comes the 5th. Can I get through this one? Would be really nice if I could. Yes, I can. Okay, 1 to go. Okay, 1 more roadblock to go, and then we should be done. As the heat level is now level 3. And there we go, that's 6 roadblocks now dodged. And I now just have to immobilize 1 more cop car. And then we should have all the bounty scores. I think. That's correct. Yes, we do. Okay. Okay, I think that's the last one. Now, I just gotta get the fuck out of here. Okay. Can I get to that cooldown spot? Not quite. Come on, get me in, get me in, get me in, get me in. Okay, we're in. We got it. We're in. We've done everything we need to do now. And that only took me 20 minutes to get through all of those bounty requirements. I think that's all of them. As we caused a total of $114,000 in cost to state damages. We damaged 15 police vehicles, dodged 9 roadblocks, and immobilized 6 police vehicles. And that took me virtually 9 minutes to get through all those.
Number 9's ready. He's heard all the hype, and the word is he's not so sure he can take you. Jump him right away. He's the only guy stopping you from getting into Rockport. Let's get this done.
10-4, Rog. However, before I do that, I am going to need to change a few things on this car. Because I am now at heat level 3. So first of all, I'm going to jump straight to the straight to the safe house. And I think this is where we will part ways for today, and come back to this again tomorrow, where I will take down Earl. So, yeah. Next time, on Need for Speed Most Wanted, Earl. Part 2 of this episode, by the way. Okay, it's saving the game. And so, that'll do it for today. And tomorrow, on Need for Speed Most Wanted, we will take down Earl. We now have both the race events and also the bounty to officially go after Earl. However, before we do that, I am going to head over to the shop. Why do I keep pressing back? And we are going to return to free roam to change a few things on our ride. So, just having a sip of water. And now, let's head over to the parts house. Because there are a few things I might as well change on this thing, just so I can bring my heat level down. Because I will no doubt be using this thing again pretty soon, since I am trying to, more or less, you know, cut on the money I'm spending. Or at least trying to. But anyway, so it's still the same episode. I just figured I would be here to change a few things around on this car. How does this look? That actually doesn't look too bad on this thing. I might actually consider using this one, because I think it actually looks good. And because it also takes a big chunk off my heat level, I'm gonna put that in my shopping cart. And as for the wing, because we only have 12 of these to choose from. Which one did I have before? If I can find it. I'm going to assume it must have been the Mystic wing, but I don't know for sure. Anyway, I think I'll change that round with... Let's change that with... Yeah, let's go with Reaper. Anything to turn the heat level down. And let's go with... Yeah, let's go with 5-Sigin on the rims. And we'll go with... Yeah, let's go with the Super 6. And... I fitted 2 carbon hoods before, so I don't think I necessarily need to do that again with my rides. So what I'm instead going to do is... I'm going to put on... Yeah, let's put on Tsunami. I'm not spending too much. I'm also not necessarily making this thing look over the top in terms of its customization. I'm just trying to make it so I can just take the heat off. Yeah, let's go with Blastback. And that's pretty much all the body parts we can put on this thing now. And I think the only other thing I'm going to change... Well, aside from the vinyl, of course. Let's see. I think I've already used a car in yellow. I don't know for sure, but I think I did use a yellow car once before. I don't know if I did or didn't, but... Yeah, fuck it. I'll use a yellow car now. For this one. Because I can. Okay, that's now bought. And anything I really need to change on this thing now? I think we'll change the vinyl. And we'll go with... I think we'll go with the national flag vinyl. I think there is one for Germany. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so we're gonna go with the Germany flag. And I think the other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put on our number. Because I can do that. And might as well change the window tint as well whilst I'm at it. I actually quite like that one. Yeah, let's do that. And let's put on some decals, both front and rear. Wonder what else there is in terms of cool decals we can put on this thing. Yeah, we can go with Gentara. And on the back... yeah, let's go Fibesogen. Why not? Okay, I think that's enough time wasted now. Let's actually get on with things. The only other thing I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna paint the rims. And I think... yeah, let's paint them red. Because why not? Okay, I think I've wasted enough time now. Let's actually get on with racing Earl. I have established my car is quick without needing the upgrades, so hopefully that will prove to be the same case again, as we are now going to challenge him. So we've got a speed trap event and a sprint event, as we're heading to North Bay Cannery and Camden and Route 55. However, before we do that, I am going to jump to the safe house and save my customization. And yes, if you were paying attention, I did not choose to speed this up. That's why it took a bit longer for the whole customization thing to take its place. But whatever. Let's now get on with racing Earl. Alright, you know what you've got to do to take on Earl. Yes, I do. And let's head to the speed trap at North Bay Cannery. Hopefully we will not need the upgrades, but we'll wait and see. As there is Eugene James with his rather stylish Evo 8. And here I am in my yellow Porsche Cayman S. And I went a bit too much on the rev counter. But either way, I can still build momentum, because I do have speed on this thing. As I proved that early on by setting a 146 in the first speed trap sector split. Hopefully that will continue. And setting another benchmark speed with a 127. now putting me up to 273. And now hitting 163, as Earl has now caught up to me. But in terms of pace, my car's doing pretty well, if I do say so myself. And I am at least managing to set speeds that are, well, respectable speeds, and I go straight into the Armco. Okay, I am not going to risk... I am not going to risk taking the shortcuts this time around, as my throat has suddenly gone uppity again. And there we go. The speed trap event is won by, I think that's 75. Sorry, no, 65. Yeah, that's what it is. By 65 miles an hour in the total speed event, I have beaten Earl. And my speed variance was 10. Okay, whatever. Point is, Cayman beats Evo 8 in the speed traps. And now we move on to the sprint. Just having some water. And now, here we go. Okay, this time I nailed the launch. I really am starting to wonder if, because of the amount of times it feels like I have just had my pants pulled down at this point, I really am starting to wonder if putting upgrades on this thing is basically the only choice I really have. I really am beginning to wonder if that is the only choice I really have. Just so I can somehow outduel him in the last, what, 10% of this event? Because he just always has to dial up the blitz mode, and he basically just has to say, pretty much all the time, almost, it feels like he's just saying, na 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 in the final 10%. It's almost like he's not just blitzed me, he's basically crushed me in that last 10%, because that is just how damn fast he is. It's honestly ridiculous with just how fast he is in the last 10%. It's like no matter how much of a fucking lead I build up to, he just always has to scythe it. It's almost like he's basically just shooting through the seconds. And basically just blowing up my lead like dynamite. That's honestly just how explosive I think his comeback runs really are. As in, I just cannot seem to shake him, even if I tried to. He's honestly just that good. It's honestly amazing to think that I actually managed to beat him in the speed trap event. It's obvious to say that with this sprint race, this is a completely different breed to the speed trap race I did before. where I beat him relatively quickly. I'm honestly amazed to say that I actually made the decision to get through this without any upgrades, or try this without upgrades. It almost feels like I'm just asking for trouble every time I get into that last 10% of the event. It's like it just has a crucifix or something. Something that just always has to basically just make me just sit the hell down right when it feels like I'm standing up. He just always has to put his hand over my head and basically just force me to sit down. That's honestly just what he's done up to this point, and I'm honestly amazed to say that I'm actually leading it now. So it's obvious to say that whatever mistakes I was making before, they've actually been limited this time. Am I gonna get him this time? Yes, I do. With my flying Porsche Cayman S, I managed to beat him and get the 16 grand. With a 407.4. I think that was, what, 5 failed attempts I had? I'm gonna have to go back on this video file just to be sure of that, but it was either 4 or 5 attempts that it took me to win that race. I'm gonna have to view this so I make sure I get it right with the mystery markers. Anyway, yeah. I'll be back. Right, okay. After studying through the footage, or studying through as much of the footage as I can, I am really hopeful in saying I do not have to go through these 2 races again, because, well, the second race, it was clearly harder for me to get through than the first race. But I am hopeful in saying this time around, I have got everything I need to get. And I have proven that I was clearly the faster car straight up. And this time I made sure not to completely blow away my advantage. Okay, so we've beaten Earl. Let's now try and see if we can get the pink slip to his ride. As we have now defeated 7 members of the Blacklist. I believe that's right. Okay. Let's see what this one does. Hey! I nailed it first try. Let's go! It must have been probably 6 attempts it took me to win in the end. Although it probably was. Actually, correction. I think that was more like 8 attempts. Yeah, it was the 8th attempt where I was successful. Okay, that's good. And for this one, well, I've used a unique performance upgrade, so yeah, let's use the visual upgrade. And we get unique custom gauges for our Porsche. And now we have unlocked Rockport. Rockport Borough has now been unlocked. And we are now up to Blacklist member 8, Jade Barrett, also known as Jules, and where she rides with a Ford Mustang GT. Ironically, a car that's both named after a horse and a fighter jet. Well, a US Navy jet, to be more specific, as her strength is drag races. And that is who we will be facing next time on the blacklist once we get through the races. So, Jade Barrett is blacklist number 8. Okay, let me refrain. Okay, sorry, let me refrain that. Okay, let's try this again. So, next time on Need for Speed Most Wanted, we will be facing Jade Barrett, also known as Jules, and where she rides with a Ford Mustang GT, and her strength is drag races. Stay tuned for the next episode of The Most Wanted.